Hey guys, what is up and welcome back to the channel. Something different today. We are doing a North Melbourne rebuild video. I definitely want to do some NBA and AFL rebuilds. So if you guys want to see a certain AFL team rebuilt, please let me know. Drop the team down and I'll see what I can do. It's going to be a 3-season challenge with the Roos. We're going to see if we can get them to a finals berth. We'll see if we can win a flag in 3 years. 3 years challenge. If you guys want to see me, like I said, do another team, please comment down below. Hit that like button. The more likes this video gets, it means you guys like it. So let's get into it. Let's start it right off. We're going to start with season number 1. It is the North Melbourne Football Club. Now, North have been at the bottom end of the ladder the last few seasons, so I thought, why not start with them? Why not work our way up the ladder and try and win a flag with every single team in the league doing a rebuild? So we're at the Amy Community Series. We've finished that. That's all done. The first year we are going to simulate, so the first year really, if we make the finals, we make the finals. If we don't, we don't. That doesn't really count. It's really the 2 seasons after when we're in control of the team to see how we're looking and all that good stuff. So let's have a look at the team lineup for season 1. Now, this is the season 1 lineup. It actually is a pretty good looking team on paper. I mean, it's a very young team. You do have Cunnington, Jack Zeeble. You do have a few old heads, Robbie Tarrant in there as well. I am excited by their roster if we can add some players to it. So we're going to start the season out. Not too sure how we're going to go in year number 1. We are just going to try and make the best moves possible for this team. But as you guys can see here, first game of the rebuild, and we actually get a massive win. So round 1, tick that off the basket. Massive win for the Roos, 2013 133 to the power 13 785. Let me know in the comment section down below when we do rebuilds for other teams, the type of players you guys want to see in those teams, because I think that would be a lot of fun to do. So we are going to push on to around maybe like round 7 to see how this team is going. I mean, like I said, year number 1 doesn't really count because we haven't really done anything. We haven't really added any players. The whole rebuild factor is trying to bring in some really nice players, trying to bring in some players who can allow this North Melbourne team to compete. But after 8 rounds, we're currently sitting 5 wins and 2 losses. So, man, that's really surprising. Maybe we're just healthy. Maybe we've stayed healthy throughout the entirety of the season. But I am pretty happy with that. I do want to go look at the stats and just see who's playing well in season 1 and who's basically playing well for the future, because we want to see who we're adding. So Josh Himkin, really good. Thomas, I feel like Thomas' potential is very, very high. Nick Larkey playing some good footy. Cameron Zurha. Our young players playing some really good footy, which I really like to see. Hopefully our young players can keep pushing on, and our young players can really stick around and for this team, because I'm going to try and re-sign all these players. We're not going to try and get rid of any of them. We're going to try and add talent to this roster to see if we can push on and lead North Melbourne to a premiership. That's the whole goal here. So after the position, we're actually currently sitting 5th. That's actually crazy. I thought we'd be down at the bottom like we are. And that's what normally happens on AFL Evolution 2 when you simulate the North Melbourne team. But we ain't complaining, so let's get into the second part of the season. And we're at round 16 at the moment. And we're still 7th, so we're 9 wins and 5 losses. So we're definitely hanging around in year number 1, which is, like I said, massive surprisement. 9 wins and 5 losses, hanging around 7th. Maybe, it'd be nice if we could make finals the first year, just get a little bit of experience, because I feel like it's a failure if you don't make finals in any of your seasons. And AFL Evolution 2, it's actually pretty tough. If you do not perform well for your team, you'll just get sacked. I feel like AFL Evolution 3, there needs to be like an option where it doesn't really allow you to be sacked, because maybe we just want to tank and get the number 1 draft pick. So here's other players that are still playing well. Cam Zurha playing good. Our young players definitely have dropped off a little bit. We do have a couple of injuries, as you guys can see. I'm expecting Luke Davis-Uniacke to really progress with his ratings. I do adjust my ratings, but I just didn't show them in this video. But we're at the final round of the year, and yes, we're currently sitting 8th. So if we win this game, we're versing Adelaide, we probably will play finals. They've got the draw. This is it. We win this game, we'll play finals in our first year. I did not expect this at all heading into free agency. Let's get straight into it and let's see what happens. So will we beat Adelaide? We smash Adelaide. So we're going through to the finals. Wow, how far can this North Melbourne team go? So in the first round, we're taking on the Blues. We actually, we finished right up there. We finished 6th. So in our first season, it's not really realistic, but in our first season, we finished 6th. So first final against the Blues. Let's see how we go. And wow, we get absolutely smashed. So brought back to reality, but it's good to feature in September. And this was the final grand final bracket, Geelong winning the flag over West Coast. But I'm going to try and do this as realistic as possible, because you actually can go out and sign some ludicrous free agents. I mean, you could probably just go out and sign the top 5 free agents on this game. So Max Gawn, your Brownlow medalist. Jack Higgins was the Coleman medalist. Aaron Hall was our best and fairest, and Riley Thilthorpe was the rising star. So, I mean, Jack Higgins winning the Coleman medal. But we finished 13 wins and 10 losses. Let's see if we can better that in year number 2 with free agency. So now we get into the exciting part of the video, and that's free agency and the off-season year number 1. The off-season hub, I do like looking at some trades to see what could be made, trades that we want to bring in. Now, some of my ambitions, some of my goals is to free up some salary cap, because we are going after a big fish in free agency, which you guys will see. But, I mean, I definitely probably want to move on Polak. He is on a lot of money. So these are our expired free agents. As you guys can see, these were the free agents who actually are expired. And now I'm basically going to show you guys who we re-signed in the offseason. So we are going to be delisting some players. So Tom Campbell, he will not be receiving a contract. Don Tyson will not be receiving a contract. So they're the players that will be not receiving contracts for year number 2. So we are basically, yeah, that's basically what we're doing. So this is the player who we want to bring in, Josh Kelly. Now, Josh Kelly did sign a ludicrous, I think it was like an $8 million deal with the Giants the other day, but he's still available on the free agent list, so we are going to try and bring Josh Kelly in. Will he sign 3 years, $610,000? He rejects our first offer, which I had to adjust, and he accepts. So Josh Kelly will be joining us. We're also going after Mitch Wallace. Now, he is playing out of favor for the Western Bulldogs, so Mitch Wallace, welcome to the club. He is coming on board. And our final player who I did want to bring in, I feel like this guy has a lot of potential, Will Snelling. I feel like Will Snelling, his age at the moment, I feel like giving up Polak, we're getting in a player with a lesser contract who maybe next year we can go on to make, we can turn that around and really push on with another big free agent signing. So we did sign Mitch Wallace. We are picking up Will Snelling and Josh Kelly. So a pretty good off-season. Josh Kelly, Will Snelling, Mitch Wallace coming in. We're losing Polak and Campbell. They're our notable names. Polak did have a massive contract, so it's good to see him go. So this is our year 2, game 1, season 2 lineup. Now, like I said, this will change throughout the year. We just have some injuries at the moment, but I really like this. Josh Kelly on the wing, Mitch Wallace in the forward line, Will Snelling as well. So let's see how we go in year number 2, and we get a big win over the Lions in round 1. We love to see that. Let's see how we start. So I decided what I was going to do was basically simulate till we lose. So maybe imagine we went the whole year. But 19-14, 13-14, big win over the Lions. Stevenson, Luke Davis-Uniacke, Tom Powell, who actually was named in the round 1 team. He played really well. Josh Walker, Cam Zerha, Kane Turner. Pretty good, pretty good opening game. Pretty good opening start. I feel like this is the year we definitely could push for the finals, a top 6 spot maybe. And we get a second win in a row. So 2 wins in a row. Josh Walker playing some good footy. Nick Larkey kicking some goals. Really liking the acquisition of Josh Kelly, Will Snelling, and Mitch Wallace. So 2-0. Can we go 3-0? Yes, we can. A massive win. Huge win. And Josh Kelly featuring there. You see him here having the 26 disposals. Man, what an acquisition he was in the offseason for the Roos. He is staying with the Giants, though, so he definitely won't be coming. Can we get a 4th win? We do. So 4 wins in a row for the North. Sky's the limit at the moment. I feel like our 3 recruits, we'll have to see how they're going. The Bombers. Can we get another? We can't. We lose to the Bombers. So now we'll actually get the simulation going. We lose to the Bombers. Look at Josh Kelly, 26 disposals yet again. He's having a really good season for us. Before we get into the simulation, I just wanted to have a look and see how our team's going. We're currently sitting first on the ladder, 4 wins and 1 loss. I just wanted to see who's playing well. So Jaden Stevenson playing some good footy. Josh Walker, the old man, he's playing some good footy. And you see Mitch Wallace, Josh Kelly, Will Snelling, all our recruits playing some really good footy for us, which I like. I really liked bringing them in. I mean, I feel like they were good moves. If I was playing this North Melbourne team, I feel like I could definitely push for a flag. But like I said, this is all simulation, so we can't really change that up. But if you guys want to see more videos like this, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I definitely want to do some more teams, so make sure to comment down below what teams you want to see me do next. I'm going to try and keep the series really realistic. I think that's the goal. So let's push on. We push on to the ladder, and you can currently see here we're actually at round 12. We're 9 wins and 3 losses. Port Adelaide 11 wins and 2 losses. So we're definitely hanging around the top 4. I mean, we get a top 4 position. We're a definite chance to go deep in September. I definitely feel. But we are, I mean, playing some pretty good footy. You see Stevenson having a good season. Will Snelling having a really good season. Josh Kelly. Will Snelling's potential in this game just rises. I mean, make sure you guys get him on your teams if you guys definitely want to progress players, because I am progressing my players. I'm trying to keep their training up. Like I said, I definitely will show that in the next rebuild video, so don't you worry about that. But having a pretty good season. Cam Zerha playing some good footy for us. Jaden Stevenson, man, he's having a breakout season for us. So let's push on here. Let's try and get to the end of the season. 9 wins and 3 losses. We're playing some good footy as we reach round 22. And as you guys can see, we actually dropped off a little bit. We fell to 12 and 8. So 12 and 8 after, round 22. Not the best. We're sitting second, so we just couldn't continue that good form as we have a massive win over the Bombers in our final game of the season, which will get us ready for the finals. So where do we finish? We've got one more game against the Hawks in our final game of the year. We will play finals as we look at our disposals. And Josh Walker, look at Will Snelling. Now, I don't like this fact that Jaden Stevenson is injured. Will Snelling suspended. We've got some really key injuries. Josh Kelly, Todd Goldstein's injured, which will probably mean he'll probably go on to retire. That's what I genuinely feel. But have a look at the goals here. Will Snelling, man, 47 goals. Jaden Stevenson. Now, our top 2 players are injured though and suspended. But we get a massive win in the final game of the year, which I'm really happy about, as you guys can see. So we're going into the finals. I think we finished with the 5th spot. We're going into the finals to take on the Brisbane Lions, which this should be a massive test for us. But we probably could have finished the top 4 spot if we had a little bit more wins throughout the year. We started off the season really well, but we finished a 14 and 8 this year. So let's see how we go in the elimination final against the Lions. Let's see how we go. Here we are, the finals. We are bounced out 1 game last year, and we fall to the Lions by a goal, so we are eliminated. That stings. I kind of feel like injuries and suspensions really caught up to us. It's just disappointing. It definitely is disappointing considering the players we brought in and how well we started this season. So there is the finals bracket. The power was just too good. Brodie Grundy won the Brownlow. McStay won the Coleman. Aaron Hall won another best and fairest. So 2 years in a row for Aaron Hall. And if you guys can say that Rising Star name, I'll give you a shout out. I have no idea who that is. But we finished a 5th, and we're going to the off-season again. So it's time to make some trades, time to see what we can do, how we can better this team, because it's the final year of the rebuild. It's not necessarily a fail if you don't win the flag. I feel like we're just building the team up. So these are all the expiring contracts, as you guys can see. I will fast forward and show you guys who I decided to keep on the roster. And also, there are some retirees. So, Todd Goldstein and Robbie Tarrant have decided not to go on. They will be retiring, and these are some of the delistings that we're going to be making. It's sad to see Tarrant and Goldie go, but it means now we have to go after a ruckman in free agency or in the trade period. So, we start off with some trades, and there was actually a really interesting trade here. Bringing in Sam Wicks. Sam Wicks has a lot of potential. He was offered for us. I just wasn't going to beat around the bush. This was a trade I was going to make. So, Sam Wicks, he is going to be joining North Melbourne, another young player. We're definitely looking at getting some more young players into this roster. And, the loss of Todd Goldstein and Alex Pearce, I do want to add a little bit of veteran experience. So, let's go into free agency. And our first free agent who was signing in the replacement, but first we actually did have to bring in a ruckman. Todd Goldstein's gone. So I decided to trade with the Bombers again. So we decided to bring in Nick Bryan. Nick Bryan's a young ruckman who I feel like has a lot of potential. And if this is like a 3 to 5 year rebuild, Nick Bryan's going to be one of the best ruckmen in this game, I feel. So this is the trade we're going to be making. Garner, he's going to be leaving. He's an older player for us. Not really old, but he definitely is an older player. So he's going to be joining the Bombers. And Nick Bryan is going to be replacing Todd Goldstein. Now, our next free agent we're going to be signing is Alex Pearce from the Fremantle Football Club. His current salary is around $460,000, but I really like this. Bringing him in, replacing Robbie Tarrant. He's a ready-made backman. He is joining us, and our final that's it. That's basically our season. Alex Pearce, Sam Wicks, Nick Bryan. That's probably the best I could do. We did lose a couple of players, Todd Goldstein, but Season 3 lineup. Let me know what you guys think. This was just the round 1 lineup with injuries and suspensions and all that. Let's see how we go in season number 2. Now, season number 3. So, season 2 was a really good season. We had that really nice push on from the Roos. We've made the finals 2 out of 2 this year. Let's see if we can make it 3 out of 3 and get through this final year. So, we take on Carlton in our first game of the year. And I mean, this was a tough season. I'm definitely going to say that. This is definitely a tough season. They come out, they absolutely blow us out. We have to fast forward this year, but like I said, it was a very tough season for us. We're just hanging around at the moment. We do get our first win of the year over the D's, 11-7-73 to 5-7-37. But it was definitely a different year to season number 2 and season number 1. It was a bit of a battle. I mean, teams were definitely playing some better footy. I feel like we were making some mistakes with our roster and all that. We're getting a lot of injuries as well, which doesn't help. But round 13, we are 7-5, so we are hanging around there. We're in like the same bracket that we were the year before. Just hanging around the 5-9 mark. These are the team stats. And Jaden Stevenson has probably become our best player and our most important player behind Josh Kelly. I mean, he's having a really good season, 249 disposals again, leading how we're basically going. And look at Will Snelling, man. That was a great pickup for us. I really like that pickup, but we have to get through to the end of this. Jack Zeeble, we had to swing him forward. You can see here in Season 3, we actually were struggling to make the 8, and we need to win these games to make the 8. So we win by 3 points, and it comes down to the final game yet again. If we win, we'll go through to the finals. If we lose, we are not making finals. So it comes up against the Lions. Can we make finals? And wow, oh wow, we lose by 99 points. So that's going to be the end of the rebuild video. Season 1 and 2, I feel like we're a success. I mean, Season 1, we didn't really rebuild anything. But, I mean, Season 2 was a success. We made the finals. And Season 3, we dropped off. If you guys want to see a further season, let me know in the comment section down below. And let me know what you guys think of my acquisitions. Make sure to comment down below what team you guys want to see me do next. I feel like it was a semi-successful video. Thank you so much for watching. Stay blessed. Hit that like button. And I'll see you guys in the next video on the channel.